Sergio, have you seen Ronnie?
I think Ronnie got. He's gonna host the Oscars this year.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. Good luck to him.
Yeah. He left the show and now he's hosting the Oscars.
All right, it's just us tonight.
It's just us two.
Well, I heard that the Oscars weren't having a host, and I thought our show could try that.
Okay, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Sub-applicant.
I'm one of your many hosts, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge.
And I'm Brandon, the new guy.
Brandon, nice of you to join us.
Thank you for having me.
We got an all-encompassing show today. We're talking our favorite movies of 2018. We're also going over the Oscar nomination films. This is all those movies in our past episodes said, hey, we're going to cover it closer to Oscar time. This is that episode.
This is the day.
And also we're going to do a little deeper dive into Roma. So, last half of our episode, definitely Roma.
We have an Oscar nomination expert, Mr. Brandon.
We do?
Yes.
I have my thing right here in front of me, so I have all the nominations in front of me as we speak. Yes. So it is what it is, folks.
But anybody who's joining us, please give a shout out to any of your favorite movies, and we'll talk about them. Tell us your favorite scenes, favorite moments, and we'll chat it up.
Let's do it. And a big thank you for those of you who are with us today. Hit that subscribe button and don't get left out of the conversation.
Yep. All right, let's dive right into
what we starting with? Best Picture.
Best Picture.
All right, who's going to win it?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. I thought you were going to say Roma there for a minute.
I don't know how it beat out Aquaman, but...
Well, Aquaman's Black Panther underwater, last I checked.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. Like, there was the debacle where they were going to have another category for, like, most popular film, and they thought Black Panther was a shoo-in for that one. Well, apparently they didn't even need that category. Like, people raged against it.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that was earlier in the year, like around October. People fought against it hard, and they dropped it like it was hot.
Okay, so why Black Panther? Why is that going to win the best movie?
I was joking. There's no way.
No way. I Black Panther has my vote.
Serious?
Yes, absolutely.
I say Roma all the way.
Roma, I was like, meh. I just saw it earlier today, and I wasn't feeling it. I hate to say that. Yep.
I thoroughly enjoyed Roma. We're gonna dive deeper into Roma, but I think it is the favorite. Like all the buzz I've been hearing around the Oscars, it's been Roma.
Roma does have 10 Oscar nominations, and it's incredibly shot, very well directed, very well acted. With that, I was not feeling the storyline overall. So I thought it was a little too long. It could have been edited. Like, some of it could have been edited. It's a 2-hour, 15-minute movie. I felt like it could have been an hour, 45 minutes.
I don't know. Like the long holding shots were just amazing. It amped up the tension I felt all throughout. Like I had no idea how it was gonna play out or turn out, and just holding on the actors, or like those sideways tracking shots. They like it was repetition. Like our main gal running through the streets at first. Meeting the boyfriends at the theater and then chasing after the kids who went ahead to look at porno mags.
Well, that's Alfonso. Was it Cuarón? I pronounced his last name. Alfonso Cuarón. He did Gravity.
Oh,
that's the same director. So a lot of one takes, sweeping camera angles with that one take. It seems to be his niche. He's excellent at it.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Okay, so
do you know if it was filmed with a GoPro, like the Steadicam? Because it didn't. I didn't see any shakiness, and obviously it has to have got a lot of sensitivity.
I think it was dolly shots. They set up
I think
tracks.
It was dolly shot.
Like the last scene on the beach, they had to have set up a tracking into the water.
Yes, absolutely. With that. From the sand to the water, back and forth twice.
Like any smooth movements, you got to have that railroad track down.
Yeah.
Nice. That's kind of what I imagined, because the way it followed her through the sand and into the water. But I don't know much about it.
Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah,
right?
I saw
it.
Yeah.
All right.
We already got some of our fans weighing in.
Hey, what are they saying?
Black
Panther. Thank you.
Gwen loves
Thank you, Gwen.
Black Panther.
Yep.
Gwen agrees also. She
was
thought
too long.
Roma was too long. Please shout out any of your favorite movies this year, and we'll do a quick touch upon.
I'm surprised Roma wasn't a studio film.
Yeah, well, you could see watching Roma like why it wouldn't be just grabbed by a studio.
A little bit. If you had cut the one scene out with the guy training, and you cut the one scene was a lot of F-bombs, and then you're looking at PG-13 rating.
Yeah, rated R movies aren't great in the studio system, but I think Netflix they gambled and they won.
Yeah, they did.
You know, it was a great investment. It's like, make your personal film. Like, people don't make personal films that much in the studio system. You know, Shape of Water, a little bit.
A little bit.
You know, Moonlight was definitely Oscar baity. You know, a lot of Oscar bait hit swings and misses this year, I feel.
Moonlight was also an original take as well.
Yeah, Moonlight was pretty original, but I feel like there's a lot of comparison between Moonlight and Roma. You know, but you look at some of the swings and misses this year, like Mary Queen of Scots just got like costumes and hairstyle. Mm. I mean, I thought for sure that would get.
There were very strong performances.
Yeah, or First Man.
I did not see First Man, but a lot of critics are saying that one got snubbed for Best Picture.
Yeah, it should have been nominated, I feel. What do you think, sir? You saw with us.
I think it shouldn't have been nominated.
Oh, really?
So I agree with the critics.
Not even performance-wise.
Performance? It was mediocre.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Ouch.
I feel something that got snubbed, mid-90s. I love the heck out of mid-90s. I'll throw that out there as one of my favorite films last year.
I'll say another movie that got snubbed was Best Documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Yes.
No nomination whatsoever.
Won't You Be My Neighbor should have been nominated.
Yes.
I think even Three Perfect Strangers should have been nominated as well.
I agree with that too.
I do agree with the RBG nomination. Mm-hmm. I think that's almost a shoo-in to win, but I haven't seen the other ones.
I haven't seen the others.
But Ruth Bader Ginsburg has a lot of buzz this year, I think.
Also with On the Basis of Sex as well.
Yeah, exactly.
With her story on that.
So, yep, we're touching a lot of bases.
All right, hitting a lot of movies.
Yeah, we're knocking it out of the park. Any other Best Picture nominations you want to shout out? The Favorite.
The Favorite was interesting.
Every single woman in that picture got nominated.
Yeah, it's definitely a character piece.
Yeah, Rachel Weisz and
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone both got Best Supporting.
Let me check my cheat sheet notes here for the other actress who did win the Golden Globe.
Olivia Colman.
Thank you, Olivia Colman.
For The Favorite, yeah. I've actually followed Olivia Colman a long while. I first noticed her on this British sitcom called Peep Show. She was like the love interest of one of the main characters in Peep Show. And Peep Show's not about a strip club or nothing. It's just a point of view, like you're inside two guys' heads and hearing their thoughts. So it's a funny take on a sitcom. But yeah, she's also like in Broadchurch and many other roles. So yeah, I think Olivia Colman's got a lot of buzz behind her. But you were telling me Glenn Close seems like a strong runner for Best Actress.
A lot of people are talking about Glenn Close for Best Actress. I would not be surprised if there was an upset for the lead actress in Roma. Yalitza? I don't know if I can pronounce her name.
Yalitza,
Sorry, folks.
Yalitza
Aparicio?
Aparicio.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, was it better watching Roma because you didn't have to read the subtitles? Did you turn off the subtitles?
No, I left the subtitles on. Actually, there are scenes in there like you think they're speaking Spanish, but they're not. They're speaking another language.
Okay.
They have a dialect language, and that's something we'll talk about it later.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Glenn Close. I'll be interested to watch that.
I have not seen If Beale Street Could Talk because Regina King did win the Golden Globe for that, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like I caught all the Best Pictures except for Roma. I caught up with that for this show, but I managed to catch all the Best Pictures as they're coming out, in small part because of A-List. But yeah, it's funny. Like some of the Wife I haven't seen. If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, Beale Street Could Talk is still playing. The Wife, I think, came out over the summer, if I'm not mistaken.
It was really early, it seemed.
I think it came out over the summer. It was playing in some of the indie art house theaters.
Yeah. You never even mentioned it, Ronnie.
I know, that's bad on my part. Yeah. I'm sorry, Glenn Close. Glenn Close is a huge fan of the show, by the way.
Yes, and we thank you for your support.
Thank you, Glenn.
Glenn. But yeah, it feels like I missed a lot of movies. I really wanted to see Free Solo, best documentary nominated about a guy climbing up without any ropes. And a lot of people saying that should have won cinematography because they're using like drones and setups, and like if they get too close or distract him, he will die.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch that just because I'm scared of heights. So.
Yeah, I hear it's so intense, full of vertigo, just insane.
You didn't mention that one either.
These things sneak up on me.
Oh.
Can You Ever Forgive Me? I wanted to see with Melissa McCarthy because it's about a writer who commits fraud. Right up my alley.
And of course, Melissa McCarthy nominated as well.
Yeah.
For best supporting actress, I believe.
Lead actress.
Lead actress.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Well, it's funny, like, they'll take a lead actress role and drop it down to supporting if they think it'll win it.
Yes.
Like all the female roles in The Favorite could easily be lead actress.
Absolutely.
But they dropped them down to best supporting, And I think the films themselves can make that choice.
Mm. Yeah, the producers, I think, have the ultimate say-so.
Yeah, they submit it.
The same thing with Green Book with
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
That's more of an ensemble piece, so he could definitely have been lead actor in that. But Viggo Mortensen's nominated for the lead actor, where Mahershala Ali is nominated for Best Supporting.
Yeah, I think Mahershala Ali's a shoo-in.
He's a shoo-in for that. I would be stunned if he did not. Well, Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born is his biggest competition right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people are talking about that.
I love Sam Elliott. It's like he surprised me, like his play with the other characters. Like everybody in A Star Is Born is acting their heinies off, But I don't know. I think people are losing the luster of A Star Is Born.
Well, Sam Elliott has never gotten the recognition that he deserves as well. He's an incredible actor, and I think this is his first nomination. But yeah, Green Book is excellent. Just getting back to that, Mahershala Ali, excellent. That he did win the Golden Globe. It also won Golden Globe for Best Screenplay, and I would definitely hope that it does win the Oscar for Best Screenplay as well.
Yeah, Best Screenplay, I think it's a shoo-in. There's no way in heck A Star Is Born wins Best Adapted, though, right?
I don't think so. It's the third or fourth time they've made this movie.
Yeah. It's been adapted 5 times over. But yeah, anybody online want to shout out a certain movie that they want to, or Sergio, you got any movies you loved last year?
I haven't seen half of them, Ronnie.
Not necessarily Oscar nominations, like Venom. I love me some Venom.
No.
Not for you, but I personally thoroughly enjoyed Venom. Tag. I think a lot of people miss Tag.
I missed that on purpose.
I missed that on purpose, too.
Tag was really good.
I heard it was good. It looked terrible to me. It looked terrible, but I did hear it was good.
Did any of you catch Game Night?
No. I did hear that was funny.
Game Night was really good. All right. People need to seek out Game Night.
Okay.
Based on what you're telling me, I want to go see The Wife, and I want to see Favorite. The Favorite?
Yeah,
The Favorite's pretty cool.
I like The Favorite. Yeah, we should all go see The Wife after this.
Okay, we'll see how they go.
Is that it for Oscar noms? Any last thoughts?
Did the other Netflix movie make it? Bird Box?
No. Bird Box was not nominated.
Oddly enough, Bird Box wasn't nominated.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Actually, they didn't even were able to submit. They were doing the Bird Box challenge to mail in.
They missed it?
Yeah, they missed it.
They missed the package?
Yeah. They got hit by a truck.
That Bird Box, damn that Bird Box challenge.
Yeah, that Bird Box challenge screwed them over. Gwen's weighing in. I love hearing about all the movies and how excited you guys are about them. Makes me want to see them all.
All right, it's expensive seeing them all too. Get a movie pass. Get the AMC Stubs card.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if Cinemia. I want to look into that one as well.
So Cinemark has one. Is that Cinemia?
It might be Cinemia.
Okay.
What is production design, and why is Mary Poppins there?
Just the look.
It's like set design.
Yeah, just how it looks. Mary Poppins, yeah, I think it is a very colorful movie. I actually saw it later, like end of December, early January, and I really regret that we didn't cover it for the show.
Was it that good?
It was very charming.
Is it a direct sequel, or how does that work?
I mean, like more like a reboot.
Okay.
Like there's a big gap, and it's the same kid characters. Dick Van Dyke plays a different character, and he's barely in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's 90.
Yeah, but
just the fact that he's in it, I think, is amazing.
He was able to do a little move,
okay,
like a little dance. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, like everybody's heralding him in Hamilton, but I don't think any of us have made it to Hamilton. So I'm like, why is this guy so special? Now I know why he's special. Like he knocks it out of the park.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it's good. If you could catch it, I mean, yeah, I definitely recommend Mary Poppins Returns.
And what do you think about Emily Blunt not getting nominated for Mary Poppins?
It makes sense. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda. He steals the show. And most of the songs. I'm surprised the song that got nominated for Mary Poppins is the one that got nominated. That was like one of the more forgettable songs.
Okay.
Like I thought, could you imagine that for Mary Poppins was better? Like, it's funny, like, I get so hung up on best song because it's usually the thing I've seen everything of every year. Like, Sing Street didn't even get nominated one year, and Sing Street had all original great music. It's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
If you haven't seen Sing Street, I'd definitely look it up. But
Gwen says Black Panther was her favorite and hope it gets Best Picture. I disagree, Gwen.
I agree with you, Gwen.
Gwen, but you got to back up your opinion. Why is Black Panther the best?
It should win Best Original Song, too.
All the Stars?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
I don't recall it that much. I'm surprised.
I will play it for you.
Sunflower by Post Malone and the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse didn't get nominated. It's just a little bop.
It's a good song. I did not know that was in there.
I'm pretty sure I heard it. I just can't remember it right now.
I'm a sunflower.
No, but I do remember listening to that soundtrack though.
Right. But yeah, it's Shallow's gonna win, right? From A Star Is Born.
A lot of people think that. I hope it doesn't, but it's a good song.
It's a good song. I hear it played on like iHeartRadio. I think it's a shoe-in because the whole movie's built around that. That is the best scene. I think that might have been the most moving scene of last year. I mean,
it's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, it's the best scene in that particular movie. Hereditary has a great sequence, and Roma has a great sequence. But best scene, I think that goes to Shallow.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, can't beat me in my arguments.
Yep.
You guys want to chat about Roma a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about Roma. Yeah, let's do it.
You know, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse shoo-in for best animated.
Best animated. I need to see that. I hear it's excellent.
It's excellent. Yes. You have to just get used to the style quickly. I thought they were projecting it wrong because it was blurry.
Oh, okay.
But then you have to look at it very carefully and be like, no, it's actually made out of little dots. Like it's a comic book style choice. Like I thought that it was supposed to be projected, like they did a 3D version in a normal feature. Second time viewing, great. I can focus on the characters, really enjoyed it. Roma.
Where to start? Who wants to start?
It's Italian for Rome.
Okay.
And that's where the Colosseum is. So I was very confused by this movie.
I think I looked it up. The name comes from the neighborhood in Mexico City.
Oh.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. So Roma takes place in 1971 in Mexico. Shot entirely in black and white.
Yeah.
It is a foreign language film. I walked into this movie completely blind. I did not know what it was about. I wasn't even sure if it was a foreign language film walking into it. And so on Netflix, it popped up. It said 1971, takes place in Mexico. And that's all that I knew walking in to see this movie.
I knew a little bit. I knew it was about like a nanny taking care of kids and like how she's like the real mom, kind of. That's about all I knew.
I think Ronnie had told me it was a foreign film in Spanish and that it was in Mexico. And and that's it. That's all.
And you're like, sold.
No, I just started watching it, and I was like, this is really good.
Yeah, it does start off slow, but once it gets going, like I think the naked kung fu shower curtain.
Yeah,
scene
that's a little rough.
Yeah. Well, I told my mom about that scene, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta watch that movie now." Okay. I think she was joking, but Gwen Williams says, "Roma made me cry twice. Ha, Beach made me cry 3 times." And Gwen thinks it's the name of the town. So area, town, same difference.
Like a neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great just how it's sat on shots, you know, like just starting off with water going into the drain. I'm like, what is going on? And you don't find out until later, oh, it's her sweeping up dog doo. Apparently she has to do that all the time. Or else
that's the one thing I couldn't figure out. Like, the guy's a doctor, but they don't own a leash to walk the dog. What's up with that?
I mean, it looks like the dog just roams around the courtyard all day.
Yeah.
And
walk that poor dog.
Yeah, and they have to grab the dog every time they open that stupid gate. So so, what did the water represent? Like, the water kept getting shown over and over again.
Water's usually a baptism symbol.
So like
a rebirth.
A change. And
which really happens at the end of the movie. So when we're going into the ocean. I think it was perfectly done.
Yeah.
With that, because it was the rebirth of all of them to some extent.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you.
Excellent analysis.
I didn't see that, but yeah.
Okay.
Because afterwards, she confesses about the baby.
But she didn't want it,
Yeah.
It's a good character arc for her as well, because if she had said earlier, I didn't want the baby, and then the audience might not like her, but of course she goes and saves the kids, comes out, and then she confesses her
which she really
thought.
Yeah.
She confesses her bad juju for not wanting her child.
Yeah. What about the car that is way too big for that parking spot? What did that represent? Like,
I just figured when that car first parked in there, I said to myself, how is he going to get out of this car? And then he tilts to the side. I think he slides over and gets out. I said, this is ridiculous. Just
I've been looking for a car
on the street.
that I could slide out like that. With Oldsmobiles?
Oh, yeah.
I used to drive an Oldsmobile.
Yeah, I used to hop in the neighbor's car. He had it. Those things are nice. It's like a couch.
Yeah, the Buick I had that. You could just slide across. No pilot seats, they call them nowadays. I don't know. Maybe that represents, like, I don't know, the structure that they have is not working. I don't know. Like, apparently the mom is a terrible driver.
Oh, very terrible. My goodness. That car got some abuse throughout that movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And when she finally had that smaller car, I was like, yes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And she's also nominated for Best Supporting Actress as well.
I think when he was parking the car, it just shows what kind of perfectionist he is. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I had a feeling, but no. So I don't know what it meant.
Yeah, the dad character was weird.
He's definitely a jerk.
Yeah, definitely
a jerk. And I kind of got that just where he parked it, because he touched that mirror, then went back, he's smoking a cigarette, and then gets in it. That car is way too big to be inside that garage. And maybe it's just it's an ego trip. I don't know.
Right.
But
and it's funny, like you while watching, you think you see him coming out of the theater with some lady.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
That was him.
Yeah. But it's in any other movie they would zoom in so you knew for sure. But this one they keep it back and focused on our main gal. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think they do any zoom ins.
No.
That movie.
Yeah.
That's not the director style.
Yeah, except for maybe when things are going down the drain, like when the cup gets knocked out of her hand on New Year's. What do you think that represents? I thought that was like she is powerless to any decision in her life.
No, I thought she was going to drink some alcohol, and then we all know she shouldn't be, and then it got knocked out of her hand. So it was like someone was saving her.
Right, but all of her choices are taken away as she goes. Like, she didn't have a choice whether or not to give up the baby or not. So we're gonna go into serious spoilers here for Roma.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
But yeah, you want to dive into that sequence? So she's pregnant with a boyfriend who completely abandons her.
Yes, at the movie theater.
Yeah.
At the movie, he says, "I'll be right back," and that's the last.
And he asked her, "Would you like some ice cream?"
Some ice cream.
What if she said yes?
He said yes. He's like, all right, I'll be right back.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a way to... I knew he wasn't coming back.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, the ice cream thing threw me off. Like, I'm wondering at what point, like, he holds her close, and, like, is it right there after thinking about it a bit, he's like, oh, I gotta flee, because I'm a bastard.
He's scared.
Yeah.
He's a boy. He's not a man.
Yeah. He's also a fascist.
What was he training for? Like, what was going on in Mexico in the 1970s?
Well, you guys didn't notice, like, when they go to the...
It was like a student protest or a riot or something like that.
When the guy does the training and he does the stand,
yeah,
and he tells them, he's like, try to do it with your blindfold. Nobody can do it with the blindfold. And then you see Cleo do it, right?
Yeah.
So he was in where they're shopping for the crib.
Yeah.
That was him who shot the guy. Oh, he was with the group. You didn't see it?
You're talking Professor Zello or whatever?
No, when they're shopping for a crib.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
It was
and then you see the background where the revolution thing is happening.
Yeah.
And then they run in there and they shoot the guy. And then as the camera is moving away, it's the guy.
Fryman, the scumbag boyfriend. Naked pole dancer.
Yeah.
Because he's standing there with a gun. He could have shot his ex-girlfriend right then and there, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like the gun was right on her, too.
Yeah.
He was like in shock, like the irony, you know?
Yeah. That was great. Like that whole moment, like they're saying, like they go knowingly that this could break out, you know, hopefully they don't beat the students again, but they still go because they have to buy the crib, you know. And maybe that's the only time this maid has to, you know, get a crib.
Why did they wait so long to get a baby crib? That's my question. Why did they wait 9 months?
I mean...
Why not 6 months? 7 months?
I mean, it's on the employer's dime, it seemed. Like, yeah, the maid had very little say over her life, it seemed. That's what I got.
She's a living nanny.
Right,
yeah,
but no health care. It's basically off of... Like, it seemed like they got free medical care just because the husband worked there, at least at first. But then that might have gone away.
And the husband's a doctor, for those who have not seen it.
Yeah. And he just, like, shows up. But, yeah, she goes into labor after the riot breaks out. And just the chaos of the riot.
I was going to say, I wonder how they filmed that, like, the chaos on the street. I was like, what do you think?
They had to get a lot of extras.
Yeah, a lot of extras with sticks. I mean... Man.
I thought it was good. I was really good at that scene.
And it's so intense because they keep on it, you know? And, like, yeah. And the sounds. Like, all through the movie, it makes you pay attention to the sounds. Like dogs barking, honking. And during the riot, you're just tuned in.
Also with the traffic jam as well.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in the backseat just having contractions. And they can't go anywhere. You know, people are honking their horns.
Yeah, and it took her 2 hours.
That's a rough scene to
get
watch.
to the hospital.
That's a very rough scene to watch.
Not as rough as her baby dying in the back.
Yeah.
That was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And
just one take as always with this director.
Yeah.
And the doctors were just matter of fact. They're like, let's see the baby. Say, ma'am, we're gonna try to save it. I'm sorry, it didn't happen. You want to hold your baby? Okay, time's up. We're gonna take your baby back. Very matter of fact, very cold.
Yeah.
She's like, say goodbye to your baby, and she takes it away. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it seemed so quick, too. Like, it was shocking. Oh, tore me open. Just like, I was like, just bawling in my room. I was like, oh.
Did you cry, Sergio?
No, I didn't.
I did not cry. I actually do know some people who have gone through that. So we'll say that. So, yes, it's a terrible, terrible thing for anyone to go through, for any family to go through.
It tore me open. Amy's chiming in. I have to admit I've not seen any nominated films, but love hearing you chat about them and may now be motivated to go see a few.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. Check out Roma on Netflix.
Yeah,
if you have Netflix.
Roma and Black Panther are both on Netflix,
okay.
Oddly enough.
I have a question. Why wasn't the Infinity Wars nominated for anything?
I thought it was nominated for special effects.
I think special effects.
That's it?
Maybe sound.
That's it. I think it only has one nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the special effects in Black Panther look so cheap. They did, honestly. Especially the waterfall scene where it's like supposed to be people on like different shelves of the cliffs. Like it all looked flat, but it's supposed to be like really in depth.
Yeah. Did you see it in 2D or 3D?
2D.
So I wonder if you saw it in 3D, if it's a difference or something like that.
I did see it in IMAX, but I don't think it was in 3D.
I saw it in 3D IMAX. Incredible. Yes. 2D or 3D?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp had better special effects. Boom. Roma.
Why black and white for Roma?
Because the TVs were black and white?
To capture the 70s?
I think so.
Right. Which I hear is very difficult to shoot.
Yeah.
Black and white. It was superbly done. So definitely my vote for best cinematography.
Yeah. Those shots, I mean, the static, I mean, the trolley dolly shots, and yeah. Very intense.
I will say one thing. I didn't like the ending.
Did or did not?
Did not.
Did not like it? Okay.
That, they're just back to work,
Kind of just like, oh.
Well, just life continues as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those like slice of life movies, I would say. It just kind of holds up a mirror to
I
people's
hate
everyday
when something's
lives
described as slice of life, though.
Okay.
Because I actually like this one. Most movies, when they're described as slice of life, I hate them. This one, though, I really enjoyed. So I think I had a little bit more going for it. I don't know.
It was very slow for me. It was very slow. It was about half an hour in before you kind of found out. Like with the central conflict is about that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
With that. And there, for like, okay, now we know what the conflict's going to be throughout this movie.
Yeah. It did take a while to get going, but once it did, I was into it.
I was looking to see how much longer this movie had to go.
Oh,
Sorry, folks. Sorry.
I felt the same way too. Like when they're in the theater and everything, I was like, oh, this movie's dragging. But then it picked up really good.
It did pick up here and there, but there are other parts I'm like, how much longer do I have to watch? Yeah.
Yeah. Could have used more naked pull.
No.
Fighting scene.
Yep.
Well, he could have just been in his underwear and
he could have been wearing underpants.
Yes.
It's funny though. Like I'm like, okay, they showed his ding dong. Are they gonna show the gals topless? Nope. I'm like, interesting reversal. Good for you. I didn't want to see either.
Too much.
And I don't think it's for the ladies either. So I thought it was kind of hilarious though. After the standing 1 foot thing, like Cleo goes to confront Fermin.
So that scene did not make me laugh. I was more concerned for her.
But it was so ridiculous. Like nominations, who's gonna win it all. But Christian Bale, it's impressive that he gained the.
I was sitting in the movie theater. I said to myself, "Do not apologize for what I did." Americans can go to sleep at night safely because of my actions. So I like that part.
Yeah. So if you like The Big Short, which I think is still on Amazon Prime, you'll probably like Vice.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Rami Malek. You don't think he has a shot?
I think he's got a shot, but I think Christian Bale's he owned that role this year.
What about Strider? Viggo Mortensen.
I love Green Book. I love Green Book, but not for Viggo Mortensen this year.
Okay.
Who's Viggo?
He was in
the Bodyguard.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
No, he's not gonna win.
Lead actress, Yalitza, Aparicio.
I think I want to watch Glenn Close now.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's all run out and watch The Wife if we can.
It might be on Netflix. I don't know.
I think I saw it advertised on digital download now.
Okay.
I don't think Lady Gaga has a shot. Like before award season, it seemed like she was a shoo-in, and then Glenn Close did a couple upsets. Same with Olivia Colman. So I think it's either Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, or Yalitza.
Yalitza Aparicio.
What?
How do you? Roma's main gal.
Aparicio.
Supporting actor. I mean, it's gotta be Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. Yep. Sam Rockwell. Everybody thinks it was like too.
Sam Rockwell, small part.
Wait. Who's Mahershala Ali? Oh, the
black guy.
The pianist.
The pianist.
Oh, Gwen says,
Get this down.
What did you think about how she was treated as a servant for the movie? Sorry we missed you, Gwen.
See, I always thought, like, yeah, she didn't have much choices in her life. Like, it was very rigid, you know.
Because they make it mention that she's from a village somewhere that's far away. Or
That's something I was mentioning, too, that she's from Oaxaca. I don't know if you guys know. And that Oaxaca is seen as, like, the worst of the worst in Mexico.
Okay.
Nobody in Mexico likes them. If you notice, all the actors were like light skinned.
Yeah, I did notice that.
And them from Oaxaca are usually shorter, dark skinned.
Okay.
So they always see them like that, you know, as like the bad side of Mexico.
I see.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's even conversations now in Mexico. They're using Roma to talk about getting health care for these live-in nannies. You know?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why we're on NPR. But yeah, she should have gotten, she has a hard life.
Oh, yeah.
But she loves it. It's in a way. She loves those kids. It's hard not to love those kids. But she heard like her mom's land got taken away. And that was just like in passing. I'm like,
maybe she's not living in poverty anymore as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Supporting actress?
Yes. So do you think either of the favorites will get? Do they cancel themselves out?
I was thinking about that. They could. Rachel Weisz could win it. Although Regina King, I'm hearing great things about her as well. I've not seen If Beale Street Could Talk. Amy Adams gives a good performance in Vice.
I think Amy Adams might be. Like, it's solid. She really stands out in Vice. Director. Spike Lee. BlacKkKlansman?
BlacKkKlansman is an awesome movie, by the way. I do recommend checking that out.
It talks. You know whose name's not on here? Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper and is it Coogler?
Ryan Coogler for
Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah. I think
I'm gonna check this movie out, Brandon. The Spike Lee.
You haven't seen BlacKkKlansman?
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
it's
that.
Good.
It's very good.
It's funny.
Very
at
entertaining.
Parts. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, BlacKkKlansman is worth seeking out.
I've not seen Cold War.
Yeah. Do you guys know what it's about?
No.
I think it's a Polish movie.
Yeah,
I believe.
Polish movie about this couple breaking up, I believe, and so it's during the Cold War, but also like their relationship's really cool, I guess. Animated feature. I have no idea what Mirai is.
I did not see Isle of Dogs.
I'm gonna say
I did
Ralph
not see
Breaks the
Incredibles
Internet.
2. I didn't see Ralph Breaks the Internet. I actually haven't seen any of these movies.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I hear that's a solid lock.
Yeah, that's a lock. Put in your bets early.
Is it based on the animation? Or is it just all together?
All together.
Because if it's the animation, yeah, I agree with you.
But
if it's all together, I say no.
Really? What would beat it out?
I don't know. I have to watch the other ones.
I saw All of Dogs. I fell asleep, to be honest.
Okay. Ouch.
I have no idea what Mirai is.
Mariah
Incredibles
Carey.
2, not as good as Incredibles 1. Ralph Breaks the Internet, not as good as Ralph Breaks the Internet 1.
All right. Animated short, let's skip that.
Skip.
Adapted screenplay.
Oh, yeah. Ballad of Buster Scruggs got a few nominations.
Oh, yeah.
We covered that. I love Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I don't think it's going to win nothing, though.
I agree with you on that one.
Out of all those, I think Can You Forgive Me? Or If Beale Street Could Talk.
Well, I think maybe BlacKkKlansman as well.
Yeah, BlacKkKlansman will be in it. It'll be interesting to see. I'm always interested in screenplay. Who wins that for some reason.
Me too.
Best original, The Favorite.
Green Book.
Green Book
Roma. All the way. That's got my vote.
Yeah, Green Book did have good writing.
Yeah, incredible writing, incredible subtext.
Although it's getting a lot of backlash, though. Like the producer did some shady stuff. It's funny, Bohemian Rhapsody, even though Bryan Singer is getting a lot of heat right now, Bohemian Rhapsody seems to be untouched by it. I'm like, that's interesting how that works.
Well, Bryan Singer did not get a director nomination.
He got fired off Bohemian Rhapsody. Apparently, he's heavy into drugs as well.
He does a lot of interesting things behind the scenes.
I don't know how he's still working. I don't.
Yeah.
Cinematography, Roma's
Roma.
gotta win it.
Roma's gonna win that one.
Is this the sequel to Solo?
No, that's the documentary.
Oh.
Yeah, it might as well be.
Free Solo.
Free Solo. So Free Solo, the sequel.
What is
Han
RB?
Solo.
What's RBG?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ginsburg.
I cried during that documentary too. I cried during "Won't You Be My Neighbor." I don't know. Like RBG's like about like her relationship with her husband, and that stuff got to me. And it went over all the cases as a lawyer she took before the Supreme Court. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I still want to see On the Basis of Sex because of that documentary. Documentary short, skip. Do you think these will be the awards that they play during the commercials? I hear they're still going to do that, like the technical ones.
No, I think they still do these awards.
They'll
They keep it short though.
But like they'll do a highlight after the commercial breaks over, I think.
No, I think they have a second day where I think they give like the Cecil B. DeMille Award, I believe.
Yeah.
That's not aired anymore. I think they do some of the other categories on a different day.
Yeah. Foreign language film. I heard Shoplifters from Japan is great.
I haven't seen. I would say Cold War Roma would be probably the top two.
Yeah, and I think I've heard of Never Look Away too in Germany. It's about this police dispatcher who a kidnapping case comes in, and so it's just on him talking on the phone with this person who's been kidnapped, trying to save her. And it's just intense the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds brilliant.
Yeah. I bet you America's already on the remake. Yep. Film editing.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that would win it just because toward that last scene, you feel like you're in the audience watching them on stage, and you also feel you're on stage watching the audience all at the same time. Yeah. So I would give it to Bohemian Rhapsody.
It looks like a music video, yeah.
Sound editing, A Quiet Place?
I would say A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place got nominated.
Yes.
Can you believe that, folks? Arnold First Man had good sound editing, though.
I haven't seen First Man.
It is really intense, the scenes. What do you think, Serge?
What was the other zombie movie we watched? Overwatch?
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Not nominated.
Was that nominated? Okay.
You should watch Overwatch, guys. I love that one. I think it's the best opening scene since Saving Private Ryan. Boom.
Boom.
Sound mixing, Usual Suspects. Original score, Black Panther, I think should take it.
For the score?
The score.
What is
Black
an original
Panther.
Score?
Just like
It's the classical music style. Yeah, not the song, but just kind of like the theme of the movie.
right.
It's the Star Wars theme, isn't it?
Yep.
Black Panther had music?
Okay, because it's not one of that one.
Okay.
Original songs. RBG had one apparently. But any other year, I think, when a cowboy trades the Spurs for wings, Ballad of Buster Scruggs would have won. Different year it would have. Costume design, visual effects. Okay.
All right.
Solid entry.
That's the Oscar wrap up.
Any last shout outs from our viewers?
They're quiet today.
Yeah, quiet today. Busy getting ready for the Super Bowl next week. We are doing a hiatus next week because we love football.
Go Rams.
Yes, well, I'll be cheering for the Rams as well.
I won't.
Who are you cheering for? The red team?
The red team.
Go Reds!
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be taking, and we'll come back in 2 weeks, talk about Lego Movie, unless you guys demand Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson. But Lego Movie.
Let's do both.
We can.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely can. And then we have a big decision come Valentine's Day because 3 great movies are coming out. So yeah, we'll be doing polls. Gwen thinks Sergio is the funniest guy in the world.
I am, see?
I am. Oh, yep. I agree. Sergio, you are really shining as the comedian of the group.
Oh, I didn't aim for that.
Too late. You're stuck.
Too late.
I took it.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Please get the word out about this program. If this is your guys' opportunity to tell us what you thought of movies. So
absolutely.
You see the Lego movie, come at us and say, hey, and if there's like an older movie you didn't get a chance to talk about, throw it in. We'll you're like, oh man, I just saw The Wife. It was awesome. We'll totally, talk about it.
We want to hear about it.
Yeah. So I've been Ronnie Williams.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Serge.
And we'll see you.
See you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.